Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. Let's go! Weekly candle. Oh my God, Bitcoin pumping the second I come on the show. I mean, that's never happened before. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. 90,650 for BTC. Getting a nice pump out the model that I've created. Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. You give me a little cup next time, just like a, yeah, you can go get me a little cup. Just a little glass. I'll switch it. Shout out to all the beautiful people out here on the live. And let me just show you the model that I trade. It happened so fast, I couldn't even spit it out. But here's the 21 above the 200 touching, and that's supposed to pump. So I put my money in, and it gave me money. Whenever I see this system, I go in, and it's supposed to pay me. And so far, it did pay me right there. I was going to go all in, too, on that one. Thank you so much. You are a sweetheart. Oh, that's a lot of glass action over there. Shout out to all the beautiful people on the live. We love you. We appreciate you. And we want to show you how I'm making gains. Look, I could keep this to myself, and I could sit home and count my winnings. But I'd like to share it with you because I like sharing information. It's fun, right? If you share information and I share information, the human race can actually get somewhere together. We can actually go and soar the skies. Now, on a night like tonight, I think I'm just going to take my money. That's a very fast little scalp. I don't know. It may continue to pump. I may be onto something huge. Let me take a look at the 5, but I don't know. See how I just got stopped out there? I don't trust any pumps on Sunday night. Even though I probably ride that thing to Valhalla, I didn't expect it to go as high as it did, or as fast as it did. And so I just took some profits on the trade, just a quick $200. And again, I was only in the trade for 5 minutes. I barely had to pay attention to it. I got in, I got the stream ready. I went and put a suit and tie on, got ready for the stream, and then boom, right? So I just want to reiterate that, everyone wants to make tons of money, but you could make $200 in 5 minutes. I could do that over and over again. You see what I'm saying? Like, I could do that 10 times a day if I had to. So I'm all about winning. I don't care if it's small, big, how many times, just keep winning. That's all. Everyone stresses all the little things, but let's win first. Keep winning, baby, keep winning. So anyway, right off the bat, we get to show the system in the move. And again, on a night like Sunday night, you just go for the measured move, which is the length of this previous poll. Anything else, I think, is being greedy, and bang. And that's pretty much what you get. And if you get 70 to 80% of the measured move, snatch it, right? Now, this might continue to pump. It usually does. I sell early, so I wouldn't be surprised. But we might get another chance to take a blast at this model. So let's take a look here. I mean, technically, the model's flashing now again on the 5. It's technically a breakout, which suggests that it may continue further to the upside here, all the way to 91,957. If that continues, that's your target. I mean, it's the 21 above the 200. That thing should probably continue to punch a little bit. That's based off my years of doing it. It doesn't mean it's going to do it for sure. Nothing is guaranteed in trading, sadly. I wish it was, but it ain't. Most things are. What's guaranteed is that if you keep pushing in life, you'll probably win. To me, that's the one thing I know for sure. 2 Bitcoin cashes Clay's move after 13 years. ETFs and public companies now hold more Bitcoin than exchanges. Major token unlocks worth more than 150 cents to hit the market. When you want to know what coins those are. Binance faces investigation for timing mismatch. XRP whales are selling fast. Will the price crash? And more, right? Bitcoin on supply on exchanges drops by 25,000 tokens in 2 weeks. And Avail is doing something interesting. I'm going to give you all that information and more coming up on the show. So stay tuned if that gets you going. All those topics actually got me very excited. My mom was like, what? What about 25,000 off the Bitcoin? What? Exchange? So that information, we're going to break that down for you in a little while. First thing I want to do is go on Forex Factory and take a look at what's happening for the week ahead. Yes, the week ahead. I said ahead. I think I meant ahead. Let's take a look here at Forex Factory and get ourselves ready for the week ahead. Why is it on June? Who knows? That must have been a special week, huh? Monday, December 8th. Tomorrow, we open up a Monday trading day. Ready to hit the pavement hard. Ready to punch the card, right? Punch that clock in. Let's see. So nothing comes in crazy on Monday, December 8th. December 9th, my buddy's birthday back at, Jolt's job opening at 10 a.m. That's going to be a big deal. It's definitely going to sway the market. Wednesday, December 10th, we have FOMC, and that definitely should be a rate cut, okay? Anything other crazy come in that day? Nothing, Employment cost index quarter over quarter. How much does employment cost quarter over quarter? That's an interesting. I think says at 0.9. That's what they're thinking, but we'll see what that comes. That's at 8:30 in the morning. But the big one is the Fed funds rate. At 2 p.m. they had the rate. At 2:30 they'll have the press conference, and we'll be live. I usually start the stream at about 2:15, and then we go. Let's go. Head, pants. Now look at the size of that boy's head. It's got a weather system. It's like an orange on a toothpick. He'll probably cry himself to sleep on his huge pillow tonight. Unemployment claims December 11th coming at us at 8:30 in the morning. So Wednesday and Thursday are our big days. Okay, and Jolt's job opening. Actually, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're going to get hit with information that's going to sway the market. So get ready, all right? That's just something that's going to happen, I must tell you. So let's get ready for the week ahead. Let's pin, I would write those moments down, find out what time that is in your time range. Make sure you know those times. Because if you go and just open up a trade randomly there, that could be a big doozy if we get hit hard. So pay attention, focus. And yeah, that's just one thing to pay attention to. Okay. So Bitcoin doing damage as we speak. Looks like it may continue to pump to the upside. Target is 91,886. I like this. 21 above the 200. Technically a retest. Technically kind of a safe entry right there. Like it may continue to pump here. So, and that's just the model on the 5-minute time frame. That's all. Nothing big, nothing crazy. All right. 24th, June, Miami will host Scotland versus Brazil. You guys in Florida don't want to miss not being there. Oh, that's pretty cool, man. Only thing is I won't be in Florida at that time. I will be in a different part of the world, scheduled already, but dang. And I don't see myself flying back to Miami because my whole family, and it would be a lot. So the odds of me being here for June are low. So I sadly won't be here, but it sounds amazing. It does. And if I was in Florida, I think I would definitely drive across Alligator Alley and get it in and see that game. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. Shout out to the lifers, man. Where the lifers at for the candle close, man? We should have thousands of people here today. It's kind of interesting. It's like, what happened? Where's everybody today? Should have a big stream, man. There's a big week ahead of us. Bitcoin just pumped hard. I guess people are going to miss out on one of the biggest pumps in history. And when they get back into crypto, we're going to be so ripped up already. They're going to be like, dang. Someone says Swift pumping. Sell the show. Yeah. And if you want to trade where we trade, we have exchange links for you up here in the pinned comment. We make it simple and easy to find weeks, BTC and MEXC. Okay, so let's do our top 10 analysis. I would be trading too heavily tonight on a Sunday night. I did take a quick scalp. Happy with the results. In and out like a club scout. Just an inside joke there. I am always here for you. Shout out to Stas. We love you, man. Thank you. Appreciate you, brother. It just seemed low, 678 on a Sunday night. I feel like we usually have like 1,200 people, but I guess, smaller crowd on a Sunday night. Or I guess it's always smaller on a Sunday night. They got Sunday night football. I'm fighting a lot right now. People are tired. End of the week in America, or end of the weekend. They partied hard, right? Thank you for your time on a Sunday evening. Thank you for your time. Sandy Hack, we love you. That's very nice of you to say. You don't have to be so sweet. May God bless you. Okay, so Bitcoin has hidden bullish divergence on the monthly. What is this? I've used this many times in my life. I've used it on the weekly, on the daily, the 3-day, never on the monthly. But what it says is you'll break this high before you break this high. And it says there's a 90% chance of it happening. So that's what it says. And, the monthly candle back to green again, back to closing a tweezer bottom. As long as we can close the monthly candle above 90,000. There's a good chance we could continue back up to 116K and this resistance here at 102. And then we can go from there. The bot is still in. You all know about my bot, baby. He's still in. He's fighting, unemotional, just hanging out, doing his thing. He gets out at 102.8. At 102.8, the bot can call itself a day and get out of this trade. With this lower high hanging, even though all weekend on low volume, we'll see what happens, but dang. Get the likes up to the watchers, everyone. You can get 1,000 people here. Right now, we have 700 people here. Watch the power of the people. You got you You guys and gals are powerful. Look, 705 people here watching me, right? If you keep hitting that like button, if you keep getting it going, if you get that algorithm excited and you flip it, there's going to be 1,000 people here. So you can do it. You can change my life. I can change yours, but I can't do it alone. Hit that like button for the man that never takes a day off. 4 live streams this weekend. How do we do it? How do we stay upbeat, ready to go every single day? Because God is here. Every single time I stream, man, God is here. And God's supporting me and pushing me and making sure each and every one of you know that he loves you. That's all. That's it. So the monthly rising, right? Right up to, you have a rising move, a higher low, but a lower low on the price action on the RSI. And it tells you that is a hidden bullish divergence. Oversold the stochastics. That goes when you also pull a fib and end up near the 618. It wicked to the 886. 786, you're kind of right there at the 706 Fibonacci. It's a secret fib. Okay. Like button must be clicked. Look, 717. Guys, keep hitting it. Soon there'll be 750, then 800. You got to keep hitting the like button, everybody. I can't do this alone. I'm telling you right now, it's that important. Like you're part of something bigger than you realize. You can do it. I cannot do it, but you can. So hit it. Only 267 people here. Like, hitting the like button, but we have 732 watching. So like that's a 500 person discrepancy for whatever reason. 500 people feel the like button does not apply to them, but it does. How come you don't think you can change the world? You can. You hit that like button, you're going to change the world. Think about it. You're going to show YouTube and the algorithm how powerful this community is. Keep going. Don't stop. 750 on the live now. Look at this. You guys got us going. Keep going. Keep hitting that like button. Let's get 800 people here on the live. I'm going to keep giving this value. Let's go to the 2-week chart. The 2-week bounced and finally closed a tweezer bottom. I talked about how this could be your entry right now. A long right now with a stop below this wick could end up being one of the most epic longs of someone's entire life. I'm already in this long. I'm in it to win it. I'm using the 3-day chart and the 200 moving average. As long as they stay above the yellow line and this wick here, I'm in the trade. When they get me, they get me. It is what it is. I'm holding on for dear life. But you can see the 2-week chart closing absolutely beautiful and stepping up for its continuation. Already got its wick and then stepping up to move forward. Look at the gap here. It says you can move right to 96,000. No reason why you can't hit that POC. So it's kind of back to business as usual. Last week we started with the pump. They dumped us Monday night, if you remember, like Sunday night into Monday. Then we started with the pump right back up. The bulls took control. Then a little bit of kind of like sideways and a slow dump onto the Thursday, Friday. Then the weekend, they kind of like let it dwindle. And now we're back, baby. And now we're back. Everyone, I met someone that I really appreciated when I was traveling this year. Look at this Bitcoin watch. It's really nice. Hard to show you the proper way. This Bitcoin watch is amazing. I absolutely love it. If you ever want one, hit the link right here. I get a very small commission. It's not that big of a deal, but it does show your love for Bitcoin. This watch is amazing. I absolutely love it. You might love it. So check it out. Go to coinvigilante.com, reference Sam Price. I got the link right here. Let me give you the link. But if you ever want to watch, hit it up right there. Get yourself an awesome Bitcoin watch through my link right there. And I think you'll love it. There's so many different watches for each of your tastes. Some are 2,000, some are 800. The one I'm wearing is $840. Very, very affordable, well made. One of the nicest watches you'll ever have under $1,000, in my humble opinion. But again, that's just me. You'll find out for yourself. Bang. So let's get back into it, but that's it. So this to me is a viable trade. At entry right now at 90,000 with a stop below the wicks. You have to be ready for some drawdown. You have to be ready for some pain. It may not be the perfect entry, but on the bigger time frames, if we can just kind of, get ourselves a second 2-week candle in 2 weeks from now, I believe it's going to be a pretty nice payday. But that's my belief. I could be completely wrong. That's what I'm looking at in the charts. Let's take a look at the weekly candle and get ready for Bitcoin. And that weekly candle Bitcoin, it clears out my lungs every year, every week, Just got to do it. Shout out to the people here. Thank you so much for Bitcoin in the candle close. We have 769 people. More likes got hit. You guys are making this happen. Keep going. We'll have 1,000 people here. Keep going. The best, funnest, this is the most consecutive YouTube stream, I think, in the world. I don't know, maybe someone has done it, but I've been streaming since February of 2021 without not one day off. So shout out to everyone that jumped on in and is a part of this movement. Let's take a look at that weekly close, okay? We opened at 90,000. Oops, sorry. Yeah, let me see. We opened at 90,360 and 1 cent. The high was 90,150 even. The low was 83,822 and 76 cents. Wow, we went to 83K. The close was 90,395, up 35 bucks on the week. Can you believe that? The entire week was a $35 move. It's crazy. It went up, went down, but it ended up staying green, closing above support on the weekly too as well. And now we're getting a bit of a monthly pump, aren't we not? A bit of a nice little move here. A bit of a weekly pump, but we're getting a pump. Sunday night, this weekly candle also already had a wick, which is awesome, which shows that it could now push itself further to the upside. We're oversold on the stochastics. RSI is quite low. MACD even wants to take a bit of a turn. There's also hidden bullish divergence on the weekly. As that swings up and that swings down, it says that you're going to break this high before you break this low. 90% possibility, right? So it's just a very, very, very strong signal that defies everything else and all the other things people are doing. Now, we could end up making a right shoulder, yes, but this does potentially put us up for a new high. So I just gave a 2-week trade on the 2-week chart. It's up to someone else. That would have to fit your trading style, and again, I'm not your trading advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do. So, this is for education and entertainment purposes only. But what I'm seeing there is something very, very interesting. Now let's break down BTC, okay, and show you Bitcoin. Like, is it making the Jesse Livermore cylinder? Is it getting ready for a cylinder? And honestly, this very well could become a bigger Livermore cylinder as we get a nice move here. We start small, and we move up here, get the bounce. This thing could take off. It could come all the way back down and then take off. Both of these are possible options. That'd be crazy, right? To be in June back at 93,000. But I'm open-minded, man. Bitcoin could take us wherever it wants. It's an experiment with money we've never seen, so it's not going to be a perfect run. But hey, man, it's been pretty sweet if you think about it, right? If you got in when I did, or if you found Bitcoin early, my goodness, right? And even if you found Bitcoin at 15,000, I've written people, even 30,000, 50,000, heck, 80,000. So the 3-day chart to me could be getting a bounce as long as it stays above the 200 moving average. I have to say, you call me a flip-flopper because this also does look like a bear flag. And, I have to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if in 9 days we just go sideways and then this thing just takes a dump and we end up somewhere down at 72,000. So I'm more bearish than bullish because of the trend. The trend is not our friend right now. So I'm more like, right now, the superhero is getting beat up in the movie. He has to do a couple, you know what I mean? The superhero right now, ever watch the movie and the superhero's getting beat up? He's getting beat up. Everyone, we have 809 people here because you keep hitting the like button. You see what you did? Do you see what you did? You did this. I can't do this. 826 people here now. You're going to push me to 1,000 people on this, and it's going to be you. Hit that like button. Do something amazing. It's awesome. I can't do it, but you guys can. That's the coolest thing about it. Look, 398 people hit the like button. You guys got us to now more and more people on the stream. Keep doing it. Come on now. We're still only at half capacity for some reason. There's 400 beautiful souls that just don't believe they're worth it. You're worth it. Your like button is worth it. When you hit that like button, it's going to do something big. Do it. Watch how you change my life. So look, if the 3-day can stay above this 200 moving average, I do remain somewhat bullish. So we don't really have an inverted head and shoulder. I don't know what kind of reversal pattern this is. It doesn't look amazing. To me, the bulls have to show us something. We're going to have a major resistance there at the 3-day. When we come to 91,250 there, you see we've hit it a few times. And that 94K area too. Let's gap up. Let's get through this high volume node. Get back to 102,000. This week could be huge for Bitcoin. We could really show the bulls, the bears, who's boss here. So now let's take a look at that daily, that very interesting daily chart that we talked about. When I kind of drew this pattern here, right? Like this strange kind of uptrending pattern. And to me, it definitely looked more like a bear flag than not. Even if you come to the top of the channel, that could make a shoulder, a head, just a right shoulder, and just take a massive dump, right? So like, I'm not, even if we get a beautiful pump this week and we head up somewhere to 96,000, we're not out the water yet. You know, what I'd like to see is a daily candle close above this tweezer top, preferably somewhere up in here, 95, 98.5. But we're going to have some resistance into, a couple of resistance, but there's a nice gap here. Look at this. Look at this gap. This high volume node gets pushed off. We can get all the way back to 111K. See how, like, you have to understand how powerful the VRVP is. That's technically our bottom. That's going to be your third high or low on the daily. Low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low. I mean, you have to assume you're going to put in a higher high now. That's a tiny little uptrend. It is. You say what you want. Low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Tweezer bottoms each time. Putting in the work. Bitcoin doing damage. Pumping right now as we speak. Right? Oh, no, 90,040. No, it would be nice. But looking pretty nice on the daily time frame. Let's go. Let's keep continuing to the 12 hour, the 22. If you're new to my channel, I use multiple time frames. There's certain ones that I'm really, really keen on. I like the 8 hour a lot. It tells a story. I mean, look, we eventually did break out of this falling wedge to the upside. Look, the cup and handle. It's so crazy, right? And Bitcoin pumps in the last 16 hours. Insanity. You look at the 4 hour time frame, it pumped, dumped, pumped again. Now it's coming back with a vengeance here. Tight moving averages. Usually you get the pump up to the 200 moving average. Stuck inside a channel, but, and again, that was a bear flag. I can't believe we went up and down. I mean, it's been an amazing day. This morning's pump was unreal. So look, in the last hour, Bitcoin takes a massive move up. Look at that. The 1 hour bouncing off above the 200 moving average. That's another signal of mine. You can get in that trade here with a stop below the 200, but there's just not a lot of range. When there's more range, like here, nice. I guess there, less range there, so that's still nice, but you can see you're just closer to the top. Wow, Bitcoin, let me take a look here. It seems like it's pumping. No, 91,450. Okay, we were higher earlier. Just wanted to make sure because that candle looks super big right now. So what you want to see is you want to see Bitcoin now just head back to the top of this range. It's very likely, and that's, our next kind of stop. And then we'll obviously have some resistance there at 94K, where we just can't seem to get back above. So on the 1 hour, 94K is going to be your nemesis. I say we at least get to there, and then we find out there's a POC sitting there at 93,000. So a nice bounce up looks likely for Bitcoin. That's kind of looks... we could assume that's where we're going to go. It doesn't mean it's going to happen for sure, but we could assume with some good probability that this will trend back to the upside. Look at the volatility, a pump, a dump, and a pump right back up. They go after those. If you're 100x levered, you are getting slammed. You really are. You're getting treated and swatted around and swung around and just blasted around. And look, there's the model again. There's the 5 minute in a flag above the 200 when the 21 comes into play. It could be the bottom of the channel right there. Boom. And that's, I haven't found a better signal that works. And I really should have kept it to myself. I give away all my stuff, man. And then people just completely disrespect. But hey, most people love me and send good love my way. But man, there's definitely some snakes in the grass out there. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Wow, this thing's starting to pump. So we got to the high of like, wait, this is, you're right, 90,007. I'm so sorry. Then we broke. This thing has not stopped since I put it out, right? So I sold early like always. Makes sense. I sold that trade early on weeks, and it's been pumping ever since. Let me just show you the trade. So we started the stream with this trade right here. Entry was like on the 1 minute though. And then the 5 did look like it was going to continue to pump there. You could see that retest was a good entry. And then boom. This thing's going to the target, man. Looks like we're headed to 91,957. Bitcoin getting the pump. Doing damage here. As I got 90,007 and 91 confused for a split second, but I'm so sorry. So that is mooning. But this is what I teach. And if you just trade, if you just long when I show up, it's so crazy. But whenever I show up on YouTube, Bitcoin likes to pump. Someone says this super chat is for teaching us the model. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Vidigo. It's because you're a real one. The fakes can't handle your authenticity. Same as mine. Thank you. They're pricing the FOMC to dump in our faces. They could be a pump before FOMC is usually not a good idea. But let's just trade Let's just trade the ranges that they're giving us. Wow, nice pump on that 1 minute, though. And now, I mean, you're above the 200 on all these. This is looking nice. What I would realistically look for tonight, if I was in a different country and the time and I was going to be up all night, you know, we're not going to be. We're going to go to sleep in America over here. But like America. But like, see this? Like, I would be looking for a flag like this. Now, it may just continue to pump. I just don't chase green candles. If that happens, so be it. I'll miss out. But if it can kind of consolidate in here, that would get me excited. And if we can get a little move here, tight moving averages on the 15, then that would get me going there. Nice little pump. I would expect some type of pullback now, but you never know. Beautiful pump for Bitcoin. Let's look at Bookmap. Bookmap is a heat map order book. It's very similar to you have infrared goggles on. And if there's a lot of people, look, and that's now we have 1,008. We did not have 1,000 on the order book earlier today. So now there's more shorts ready to get liquidated, revealing themselves. They're out there. They think this is a good time to get into the shorts. So when they added to shorts or made more shorts, there's more price action now above us than below us. Bitcoin likes to go to the closest red. The closest red is 95,000. That's very, very close. Another super chat coming in. Sam, thank you for taking care of those Afghan kids. I'm adding a bit more so they can have something nicer than the usual rice and beans care packages you've been giving them. Hey, God bless you, man. Thank you so much. 95K within 24 hours, somebody says, crush the shorts, baby. Hey, and we got the bulls in control, 91,005. Bitcoin continuing to pump here and do some serious damage. Shout out to anyone that took the call. Anyone up on the call from the lifer? Look at that beautiful call, man. I wish I was still in that trade. Dang you. Dang it. Dash nabbit. But man, I'm just happy Bitcoin's doing damage, right? We're away because, you know, every time we're back above 91K, that bot starts, you know, look at this Bitcoin doing damage, 91,600. I love when price action pumps, baby. This thing looks like it's headed right to the target. It's at resistance now. People are going to take profits at this resistance, but if we can push through, the bulls are in control. And I'm going to tell you, there's some big information coming tonight. Scoop some more Bitcoin Cash. My bacon and cheese before it's 1K. Supply is the same as Bitcoin. Could pump just off supply when exchanges run low off Bitcoin. I like what you're saying, man. And people will say, hey, I can't buy Bitcoin. I'll buy some Bitcoin Cash. There's always going to be that alternative crowd because Bitcoin just became the one. Right? You can't buy a Bugatti, right? Then you buy a Lambo. I'm just saying. Right? I got out the trade. No regrets. Amen. Me too. Hey, no regret. I like that. No regrets, right? We're blessed that we made money. We're blessed that we made money. It would be cool to still be in the trade live, though, to show off. You know what I mean? Like, nah, I'm just joking around, man. I do like to win in front of people. It feels good to win. I mean, it's better than losing. I'll tell you that. You ever lose in front of people? Who here has ever lost their trade in front of 1,000 people? Anyone? Raise your hand if you've lost your trade in front of thousands of people. Am I the only one? Is it just me? Hey, it ain't easy being the lifer, man. But it's fun. I'll tell you that. It's rewarding. It's not easy, but it's rewarding. Nothing's easy is rewarding. They go hand in hand. All right. Sammy nailed it. Your model is beautiful. Gains, mate. Gains. I love you. Thank you. Yeah, my dog saw me a loose trade. He told the cat about it. I got in and took profits, got back in. I like it. Sound like a savage. That's amazing. Not that lucky to have 10 people that want to see me trade. I was in my friend's Bugatti Super Sport the other day in Miami. What a car. It's amazing. Who's your friend? How many people own that? That guy's got to be a known person. Losing alone isn't fun either. Hey, I like that. Hey, it's better to lose when people watch, right? At least you got a few people to be around when you lose. Shout out to the blessed people. So let's take a look. We have some interesting stuff going on. What is a Cassius coin? All right. 2 Bitcoin Cassius coin moved after 13.2 years. And I went to Grok to ask that and get the information. All right. Because I was like, what is that? You know what I mean? I should have known, but I did not. A Cassius coin, right, are physical representations of Bitcoin typically made from brass or other metals that contain an embedded private key allowing access to a specific amount of digital Bitcoin on the blockchain. They're created by Mike Caldwell, a Utah-based entrepreneur operating under the pseudonym Cassius, from 2011 to 2013. The private key is concealed under a tamper-evident hologram sticker, which must be peeled off to redeem the Bitcoin, rendering the physical coin spent or less valuable as a collectible. Now, so these are worth more than the actual Bitcoin they possess, and some of them own 10 Bitcoin, 1 Bitcoin, 0.5 Bitcoin. Production ceased in 2013 as FinCEN thought they were actually a money transmitter in a way. But today they're sought after by collectors for their rarity and historical significance. So two have moved. All right, the first Cassius Clay was dormant for 13.2 years and moved 1,000 Bitcoin, while the second was dormant for 14 years. And its output was 999. The overall value was 2,000 Bitcoin. It creates $180 million. A total of 8 Bitcoin was redeemed from another Cassius Clay coin too. So it's maybe a couple of people just decided, hey, we have those sitting around, let's just get our money. Or maybe they wanted to do something together and they put their money together. Who knows? But just an interesting idea, right? ETFs and public companies now hold more Bitcoin than the exchange. A new data set shared by River highlights a major structural shift in Bitcoin ownership. ETFs and publicly related companies now collectively hold more Bitcoin than centralized exchanges. The crossover marks one of the most important developments in Bitcoin supply distribution since institutional accumulation became accelerating in 2020. A historical shift where Bitcoin is stored. It's pretty crazy if you think about it, right? And the shift suggests that a growing share of Bitcoin is now held by long-term, non-trading entities, reducing the pool of coins available for immediate sale. There will be a supply shock at one point. It's coming for Bitcoin. Major token unlocks worth $150. Find out if you hold one of these tokens. Linnea and Chill both face $10.8 million unlocks this week. Aptos and ARB prepare for $19 million unlocks coming your way. ZRO faces one, and notably Connex, Starknet, I believe, right? Start or STRK, XPL, and Jupe. So just write those down. Funny, Jupe with more coming out too, as 1.3 of the supply adding to its 45.98 realized structure, right? So just, tokens coming your way. Just be careful. Volatility for Bitcoin. And we went over the Bitcoin watches, which I definitely think they're amazing. I'll put a link here into the comment section if you want to jump on in, hit that watch, get a Bitcoin watch. They're not as expensive, but they definitely have sentimental value. They're made very well. The man who starts the company, the guy right here in the middle, really nice dude. I just just really well company, really well-run company, really well-run products. Really, I just love their stuff, man. High end. And they didn't pay me to do this. I did get the watch for free, and I said, hey, I'll tell people about it. I really like your product. And I said, I just like it, So there you go. And I reminded me today, I saw the watch. I said, I'll throw the watch on the stream today and talk about my man, Coin Vigilante. And they're all around the world. Abu Dhabi, Dubai, you name it. Bitcoin faces investigation timing for mismatch incident. Some tweet about a coin coming out. They didn't really explain it in this, but I guess they tweeted about maybe a coin coming out, but the coin hadn't come out yet or so. I don't know exactly what happened, but there's something. You may want to research that if you like it. XRP Whales sell $780 million, or price fall below $200. XRP Whales sold $783 million this week, increasing downside pressure near crucial support. XRP will just follow Bitcoin. If Bitcoin takes a huge move, it'll happen, right? MicroStrategy confirms a Bitcoin sale trigger tied to MNAV and liquidity stress. Wow, Micro has confirmed a scenario almost no one thought possible, the potential to sell Bitcoin, its core treasury asset. Speaking on what Bitcoin did, Fong Li outlined the precise trigger that would force a Bitcoin sale. He says, would only be sold if the company's stocks fall below net asset value and funding options disappear, calling it a financial decision. So it could happen, okay? It could happen. Just something, but again, I feel like that's a fun article. And last but not least, my favorite article, actually, we'll save that for the end. Avail launches Nexus mainnet. I like Avail. If you remember, the Matic was hot. Then a lot of the Matic team went to Avail. I've had Avail in the back of my mind for a long time as like the next Matic in a way. This would include Ethereum. Look, it's got a major, it's unifying liquidity across major blockchains such as Tron, Polygon, Base, Arbitrum, Optimism, Hyper EVM, BNB, Scroll, like all the ones you want. Even Monad, Kai, more coming soon. So this is a big deal. Avail. I like Avail. I'd keep that in your back pocket, but that's just me. I'm not a financial advisor. Bitcoin supply on exchanges drops by 25,000 tokens in 2 weeks, signaling a major shift. Bitcoin exchange reserves have continued to fall at accelerated pace, with more than 25,000 leaving centralized exchanges during the past 2 weeks. I'm telling you right now, whenever I've seen Bitcoin between 10 and 20, It's been the greatest buy for Bitcoin in my life. It's you know what I mean? And again, maybe we slipped to 74, but this telling me that the bottom's somewhere between the 70 and 80,000 in this reach. I could be wrong. You never know, but dang, man, like every time I bought Bitcoin in this region, and we went to 11 already. So this is now like your second chance. Usually we don't go back to 11 again so quickly. I haven't seen it. Bitcoin slipping back down again. I mean, you can't expect it to pump on a Sunday night forever. Nice little pullback there with volatility. And that's what I wanted. Remember, I wanted it to come down because I want to see it make that flag on the bigger time frame. See? I'm expecting the Bitcoin to come down, hit that target. That's a great place to sell. A volatile weekend night, and you hit the resistance there, it's a great place to take some profits out the trade, right? So you nail it, and then you watch that thing go sideways. Something like this, and kind of get ready for a bigger move. All right. What are your thoughts about XRP decoupling for Bitcoin and leading the way? That sounds insane. Yeah. I'm all set. That's a beautiful narrative for the XRP holder, but just unlikely in real time. Yeah. I think over maybe one day when like it's really like we get a real alt season and you can see the dominance and like things change. But right now, that's just not the case. If Bitcoin tanks, all coins will tank. If Bitcoin pumps, it's going to change the whole market. Everyone's watching if Bitcoin can handle it. Bitcoin's the biggest, riskiest crypto. And if Bitcoin can handle it, everyone else will be more risky in other risky cryptos. But if Bitcoin can't handle it, then everyone's going to run away from all the other risky cryptos. You understand that? It's kind of like they've had their toe dipped in Bitcoin. If Bitcoin scares them, then they're definitely not doing anything else. So Bitcoin has to get them all nice and warm and happy. All right, we got to pump and get it going. So that's just basically how it is for BTC. Understand? We all understand this. Okay. Bitcoin is the king. XRP is not decoupling. We're not going somewhere else. Very unlikely. If you believe that and you like to believe that, you're an XRP holder, okay? And that's okay. Or you're reading a lot of like underground news from the digital assets space or something. You know, I'm just this little digital asset investor. I'm messing around. No, all good people, actually. I know all these people. I met them at they're good people. He's a good guy. So look, a bit of a double top here for Bitcoin, no? I mean, let's be honest. Just on the small time frames, I'm expecting this to get tight. Would be cool. That would take about, I don't know, 5 to 6 hours. Whole shift goes sideways there. That's about 4 hours in the tightness, 3 to 4 hours, and then Bitcoin could take off again. I'm not bearish right now. I'm looking for Bitcoin to explode. I like this. You see how it busted through the band? See the moving average band? You get bullish. You break through the moving averages. You cross the 200, right? You get tight. That was supposed to be a pump. That was manipulation. When the moving average get tight like that, that was supposed to be a big pump. And then they just kind of came down. They double bottomed. 1, 2, grab that liquidity down there. And look, we made it through the simple moving average band yet again. Now we're on the other side of the band. It's kind of like moving through, when you see the EMA ribbons, very similar idea. Okay? Very strong right now. CASP is the only one other than Bitcoin that has real value. I like that. You might be correct. I think you might be correct. I've always believed that. It's sad that CASP's price action hasn't really followed its value. It's been a struggling coin for a lot of up and down for a long time. But I love the idea in the whole concept. Inverse cat ears lifer? Yes. Maybe no. Yeah, you're right. That was an inverse cat ears. You're spot on, my friend. I like who just said that. Yeah, or double top, but inverse cat ears goes as well. I like you. I want you on the team. Who said that? Echo Leaf. Oh yeah, Echo Leaf. You've been super. I've seen you on the channel before. You're super smart. Thank you, Echo Leaf. Makes sense. You always kind of see things from a different perspective. I like that. I see, yeah, inverted cat ears. Very well put. I love learning from you people. You're amazing. Is the paint dry? You never know. Sliced bread, paint dry. We have a lot of fun sayings here. Old school. I talk like old guys from the 50s. No one in my generation, they're all saying low key this and, you know what I mean? I caught the V shape of the bottom, found the imbalance, rode it up to the 678, set a trailing stop and made me a hundo. I love it. Shout out to Carl Billy's. God bless you, man. Fart is dominating. Just hit my fart sell order. That's cool how Sammy recognizes people in the chat. I love you. Shout out to Bitcoin Tutor. We love you, man. Ollie 007. Actually, I could see Dogecoin being around a long time because it's proof of work. And it's an OG meme. Is it really proof of work? Monthly candle needs to be complete. I'm 60% bull, then bear. But with these news of the world could change without you in a second when someone mouth dog. I know, yeah. Might have to make an M2 tonight. Now, I'm looking for consolidation. 2 hours of consolidation in a pump coming into tonight. That's what I see happening. I like what we got here for Bitcoin. So I'd look for that sideways price action to continue and kind of bull us on over into this upper move. And how about them Packers, huh? How about them Packers? How about them Packers? Gio, my. How about those Packers there, ma? You know, get some pop, Gio, my, ma. Just make them. Wisconsin. I love y'all people up there. Y'all cheeseheads. Bobby G. Remember Bobby? Wasn't she was from the Midwest? Bobby G. Bobby. It's proof of work, but my understanding is Doge has too much inflation. I agree. Sam, looking good. Nice threads, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Looking sweet, Calvin Klein. You know what I mean? Got this last year for Black Friday, man. I was always telling people, you don't have to spend tons of money to look nice. Just spend it at the right time. We got the American flag. You know how we rock. Baby, we got the navy blue. There's a little bit of navy blue speck in the tie to bring it all together with the gray and the gray. Bang, bang, bang. I spent like 5 minutes putting this together, all right? Show some respect. Not just... Lil Wayne is a Packers fan. Hey, good for him. Yeah, he's always been pretty cool, actually. I give him respect, man. People might not like me for saying that, hey, but, you know, he's always kept it 100, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, I got pants on. I got black pants, which I normally wouldn't wear outside. I don't know, black with the blue. But I had black pants on already at the shooting range. Just kept the black pants on. I was at the range today getting it in. Having some fun. We did 308. We did 222. I did everything. I did 22, 308, 9, and 226, man. I was all over the place. I had one scope I had to dial in. I had a red dot I had to dial in. So I had work to do today. I had a new scope and a new red dot. Both had to get dialed in today. Took me a while on that red dot. I was going the wrong way for a bit. It's like you think it through and then you're like, wait, it's the other way around, right? Real G's move in silence like gnome. Yes. Real G's move in silence like lasagna. Yeah, one of my favorite lines. It's like, how did you know that I say that? You must remember me, and that's creepy that you said that. Because that's the one, Bitcoin Tutor, did you know that I always say that? Because you seem new on the channel. I don't remember you. Are you new? You're somewhat new, right, Bitcoin Tutor? That's crazy that you said that. Real G's move in silence. That's my favorite line. I always say it all the time on the channel. Not all the time, but I've said it on the channel like maybe 100 times. Sam is dressed like a TA assassin. Ready to rock, man. It's funny, whenever you put on the dark with the light tie, it's mafia, right? I guess that's mafia, like dark gray with the, or dark blue, dark black with the gray. Everyone's always like, you look like you, hey, Sammy, hey, back away, Sammy, hey, I didn't mean it, huh? Sammy the Bull Trader. Sammy the Bull Trader over here. They call me Sammy the Bull Trader. But it's funny, right? Because he was a trader, Sammy the Bull. Isn't that? Hey. He turned states evidence over here. Hey. He had to, though. They were against the man. They were going to. He already knew they were burnt. They were turning on him, Mike. But give me a pack of Gadanas over here. Hey, buddy. New to the chat, but I've been watching you for a minute. Okay, interesting. You just finally started to jump on in. Everyone hit that like button. Let's get it going. We've got a cool show pumping here. We got great energy. And you guys did what you had to do. We have 944 people here on the live. You turned this into a 1,000-person show, and that's how it should be, man. Every time I step foot on this channel, 1,000 people or no less. 1,000 people, no less. Every single time. You know how hard it is to get 1,000 people to watch you online? You know how hard that is? Go see if you can get 1,000 people to watch you do something online. You know how hard I work to achieve this? It's insane. Like, you can't believe it every single day of my life. I mean, you guys know, yeah. You're like, yeah, I seen you never took a day off. We saw how hard you work. You don't stop. You're a man. You're an animal. Anyway, let's see if there's some altcoins out there. I see a slowdown now for Bitcoin. Let's take a look at what's out there and if there's some money to be made throughout the week. Let's get ourselves ready for the week ahead. So we've gone over Forex Factory. If you're new to the channel, we went over all the prerequisites for news that's going to fluctuate the market. News comes in, it's data. This data fluctuates. It hits the NASDAQ. It hits the S&P. Bitcoin is held by big institutions now. It moves just like the NASDAQ and the S&P. It's a tech stock. you're going to get movement. So right now, just so you know, Jolt's job opening, write it down, 10 a.m. Tuesday, December 9th. Write that down. Eastern Standard Time. Wednesday, Fed MONC at 2 p.m. when the Fed funds rate comes in. That's going to move the market a little bit. It's going to be volatility. Then during his statements from 2:30 to like 3:30 during the press conference, the market tends to move. Then we have unemployment claims coming in at Thursday at 8:30. And then Friday, we are off the hook with hopefully a low volume, light day. But you never know. It could be crazy. Bitcoin back to 90,850, pulling back as I told you it would. Selling resistance on a high volatility Sunday after a massive pump would be a smart decision. Okay? I got out early. The trade I gave earlier at the beginning of the stream, or I don't know if I was like in it as it started to pump, but yeah, we went over the entry, the retest right there, and see how it gave back most of the gains. Many people are going to round trip this. Look, it's kind of where I sold now. You know what I mean? So my whole point is it could have kept pumping and I could have beaten myself up. Could have come down. I could have been happy for the sell. You should not let price action make you happy or sad based on what you just did. If it keeps pumping, who cares? If it comes back down, yeah, you did something good. I mean, it feels good to know that you did take profits. That solidifies that you did the right thing. But my whole point is don't beat yourself up. Just like if you sell early and you're constantly saying, oh my gosh, look at this. If you sell here and all you do is all night talk about this. Every time you sell here, you talk about this. Just forget about it. If you got in here and you sold there, great. If you got in here and you sold there, great. As long as you sold higher than you bought, keep doing that. If you can do that over and over again, you got yourself something that most people will never be able to do. Remind yourself every time you win even a little bit that 90% of people are losing all their money. Losing it. Liquidation. They can't handle the pressure of even a little bit. The second they get a taste, they think, oh my gosh, I could turn $5,000 into $5,000 so fast. No one wants to hear it's going to take a month to turn $5,000 into $7,000 slowly with a chipping away with a nice P&L. No one wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that it's going to take 2 to 5 years to develop a real trading skill. Some people a year and a half, they could be profitable. Some people 5 years, some people 2 years, some people never. I'm sorry to say, right? It's not something every single person accomplishes. I believe I can help anyone who really, really desires it and get them in a good place. But you got to keep your emotions intact, and it's a long road. It's a long road. Trading is definitely a journey. It's not it's a what do they call it? It's a marathon, not a sprint. All right. Get ready for a nice, long, relationship with trading. And if you're ready for that, it's going to bless you. But if you want it in and out and you think it's just going to, no. You got to be ready for something real. Okay. Shout out to the 936 beautiful souls getting the education, getting that frequency, that higher frequency with the lifer, connecting on another level. I love it. I live for this, right? The long and winding road. Amen. Right? Hey, Sam, I'm curious if you've heard of Evidex. No, thank you. Appreciate you. I'm finally let go of the low vibrations in my life. I see that being blessed in my portfolio. I've learned so much over the years, and you're the biggest reason why, Sam. Hey, I love you for that. Thank you. You're the biggest reason why. I was just God's vibrational voice. I was just a catalyst to help you move. I was just using God's grace every day to make you feel, to get you to hear God, man. That's all. God's in us all. God wants us to live great, have a beautiful life, stay awesome and positive, and push the devil out of every scenario, right? Show the devil that he can't crush us. He can't show us that we're lifeless and, low lives. No. We're full of energy, vibrance, and love. And we can change the world, each and every one of us. I know that for a fact. How do you know what time frame to use? If the bigger time frames start going sideways, then the small time frames are your pumps. And that comes with time. Knowing what time frame to use comes with time. I have to be honest. It just comes with time. I will guide you though. This live stream, you put a year into this live stream, you show up as much as you can, you watch replays, you join the Discord. Within a year, you're going to know so much information. It's just going to start to fall into your subconscious mind. I can't tell you exactly when and how it's all going to work out, but I do know if you show up every day, I'm going to be hitting you with knowledge every single time you're here. I'm going to give you free information that I use every day, actionable information that I use to make money. Not some I'll give you just a piece and then now you have to join. You know what everyone else does is they make a teaser video that gives you a piece of their strategy, but now you got to pay for it. I don't do that. I want you to become profitable on the channel, and if you like it, then you can come and Hang out at my Discord. Do what you want. All right? I see this going sideways and getting ready for a pump later tonight. I really do. So what I do is I start setting up this trade. Look, there's a kind of a cup and handle here. That's showing signs of a bigger move too as well. And you have to see the bigger time frames have just got, like the monthly is now back. The bigger time frames are starting to show me something. I didn't just jump on the 5-minute time frame and start trading the 15-minute. I looked at the daily, I looked at the monthly, I looked at the weekly. I looked at the bigger time frames. We saw that 2-week chart it took a bounce and made that tweezer bottom. It closed green. These are important things. I was watching this. I've been bringing up the 2-week chart every day. We have 8 days. We have 5 days. We have 6 days. Most people don't even pay attention. Say, I'm locked in. I've got it. I'm locking in for you. If you're not locked in, I'm locking in for you. So you don't have to stress. You just keep showing up. I'm going to make sure you're on point. Just, you gotta meet me halfway and be as consistent as I am. Just get consistency in your life and we can meet together. I can't hang out with people that aren't consistent. If you're not consistent, we cannot hang out. That's the saddest thing about my life. There's people I really like. There's people that I would like to hang out with. But they're just not consistent enough for me to hang out with them. It just doesn't work. You know what I mean? I put in too much effort. It doesn't mean it just doesn't happen. Right? You gotta want it. To be a lifer, you gotta want it as bad as I do. Right? So looking for this tightness, and then we want to start setting up the trade. Now, Sunday night's heavily volatile, but lately you can see they're setting up for it looks like they're setting up for a move here. So look at that. I mean, that's the trade right there. It's pretty simple to me. 95,465 right underneath that 95.5 threshold that will likely hit if we get the move. And then 89,348 below the 89,500 psychological support area a lot of people are going to focus on. So, yeah. And again, because it's, tonight, we just made 200. We could risk 2 if we move 4. And I always look at where I'm at. I'm like, where would I be happy with? Where would I not be happy with my portfolio? Could I handle that hit on the bigger? 268, it's a very... And let me take a look at my... Yeah, the Stokes are a little high for me right now. But the 5-minute has come down. It is showing signs. 1 minute is kind of curving above the 200, pretty close to. 21 hasn't crossed the 21 yet, though, on the 1 hour time frame. Let me see if the 21's crossed on the 30-minute. It's getting close. Interesting. I like it. There's some indications to me that I may not get a better entry. My subconscious mind just did some math there. I can't explain what happens when you enter a trade as a professional trader, long-term trader. Your mind just starts to see things, and it just you get this you go over all the probabilities. If the probabilities are higher than lower, you take the trade. It's all based on math. And if you can give yourself enough, bang, right? And you can hit it. That thing is so beautiful, it's insane. Look at that. It just looks like it matches me eyes. Seriously, if you ever told me I was going to own a car like that, I'd never believe you, man. I never even envisioned that, even 5-6 years ago. Even a few months back, I didn't even think about it. It came out of nowhere. It's definitely kind of somewhat of an impulsive move, but I'm an impulsive guy, man. I don't, most of my things are planned out, but that one was a little, you know what? It was the market. It was just the market. I realized I was over leveraged in all coins, and I needed some diversification. That's really what it came down to. So I diversified myself. Bro, I love that thing. I know, it's sick, bro. It's honestly, I drive that thing daily. I drive it daily, I drive that thing like a daily driver. I don't treat it like other people treat it, you know what I mean? I drive that thing daily, man. I seriously try to drive it every single day. If it rains, I don't drive it in the rain, okay? I don't drive it in the rain. If it's raining, I ain't driving that thing. All right, there's no reason to get it all rain. No. That thing does not drive in the rain. All right. Happy Wolverine is the most. Oh my gosh. You're so funny, man. You guys are crazy. Why are you guys? Shout out to Happy Wolverine. We love you, man. Don't worry. Don't listen to any haters. Shout out to all the beautiful people here. Shout out to Happy Wolverine. We love you, man. Hope everything's going well for you. Sorry that you got so upset. Yeah, see, Lambos are for crypto people. It goes back to years saying one Lambo. It really is. We're conditioned. It's like the trophy. Like, you didn't make it if you don't have the Lambo. Like, you didn't make it as a crypto guy. You know what I mean? It's so stupid, but it's kind of part of the whole thing, you know? Sam, I got a question about the white stripe in the middle of the Lambo. Why is it to the side? Because all racing stripes have to be slightly adjusted. You didn't know that? You don't never put a racing stripe right in the middle. It looks weird. And there's probably a reason for it. I don't know why, but you know. Yeah. Thanks, Sammy. Great inspiration for my life and channel. Cannot be more grateful. Everyone this is me every single day without a day off. All right. You got to do something to keep yourself going. Yeah. Exactly. And honestly, as weird as it is, like, I'm not even a Rolex Lambo guy, man. It's like I have them, but I'm not. I have to be honest. Like, I'm just as happy with bare feet on the beach with my buddy. You know what I mean? Like, you know, cooking, you know, pulling clams out the sand, eating on a fire we made. I lived in tents for years. I basically was a hippie. I was an artist. I can't even believe the way it all happened for me, everyone. I did dream of always investing. I did research investors and people that made billions and millions my whole life. And I said, man, yeah. I just need 73 Chevy Vert, really FLE, boy. That would be so fresh, bro. Yeah. Exactly. If you don't like Lambos, that makes you... Oh my gosh. Hey, my wife said it the best, man. She said anyone that hates on this car just doesn't like nice things. She's like, it's the nicest you can be in. Why wouldn't you want to be the nicest? The nicest kitchen, the nicest hotel room. She was like, why wouldn't you want the nicest? You know? So if you're just coming into the channel, I just made a live trade here on the 15-minute time frame. I'm using another one of my strategies, using that price actions above the 200, starting to form a consolidation, and it's above the 21-day moving average. Now, this could double top and dump on us too. It is a sunny night. It's heavily volatile. Well, look, I'm the king of 3%. No one makes 3% more than me, man. Look at that trade is up 3. I say, how many times you guys say me? I say I'm up 3% all the time. Almost every stream I get to say it. It's so crazy. Sam, I get you're still macro bearish while being 200-day MA, but you also say weekly hidden bullish indicates 90% will be a week above 128K before break 78. Where's your bias now? Thank you for asking a really good question, man. Hold up. This guy actually listens. David says, Sam, I get you're still macro bearish while below the 200 MA daily. But you also say the weekly hidden bullish indicates 90% probability we break above 126 before a break below 70K. Where's your bias now? I'll have to be honest. I've never seen hidden bullish on the monthly now. So that could and hidden bullish has a range where you could keep coming down and still call it hidden bullish. So to me, there's a little variant there that I'm not as strong. If I saw it on the weekly or the daily, I'd be like, oh my God, you know? And technically it is on the weekly, but because of this, that's a triple top. It's a little different than what I've seen. So I can't, you know what I mean? But if it really ends up being hidden bullish as it is, it does have, to me, I just, you know, years from now, I'll see hidden bullish on the monthly, maybe 10 times. It will be the 10th time, and I'll be all over. Like 6-7 years from now, I'll see hidden bullish on the monthly, and this one will probably play out, and then I'll be like, yeah, right. Someone said, if I become a billionaire, I will keep driving my Honda Accord or my Dodge Ram. No, you won't. You know why? Because you'll have so much cash that your businesses will be creating that you'll have to put it somewhere to stop yourself from losing the money. Like the dollar goes down, that Huracan's going up in value, and especially if you buy a used. See, the later versions you buy, the more they've depreciated already. You buy a brand new Lamborghini, it's going to go down in value. That's just a fact. It's going to go down in value 15% maybe, and then it's going to even off. Maybe, and after 6-7 years, it's going to probably never lose value again. It's going to kind of sit at its base. And then they may start going back up again if they print enough money. My thesis is they're going to print money to zero. My thesis is that. And so in 10 years, that Lambo is going to be worth $1 million. You see what I mean? It's going to be worth 4 times what it costs today. So I just think things are going to go up in value, no matter what they are. And I've seen it. So that's my belief. I could be wrong, but I've been pretty dang good with money, and I've been speculating on where society is going to go for the last 10 years. I've been pretty dang spot on. So, heck, I called COVID before it happened. I told people to watch out. I mean, That's all documented. Is as crazy as it sounds. I told people they would stop playoff games. They would stop football games. In the middle of games, they would tell you, you got to go home. People didn't believe me. My friends were in the middle of a St. John's basketball game at Madison Square Garden. 2 weeks after I told them that they would shut down a basketball game. And it happened exactly as I predicted it would happen. It's so crazy. Sam, I believe we have some hidden bullish on the monthly, June 21st to January. Yeah, I'm telling you, same thing. Same thing, yeah. I thought you only trade $100. Am I reading that wrong? I only trade $100? What? That's weird. Why don't you make a little crypto rap? Something like Money Man. I might come up with something. I'll come up with something. Maybe combine the old, I was going to come up with like a mass rapper that no one knew was me. And just do all crypto rap. Take over the industry on the low. Like subtle signs that it's me, but just never let it be known that it's actually me. My team said I could do that if no one knows it's me. But if they don't want me rapping, though, they said no. We could issue the penny. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we stopped the penny. The penny's done. Like you're not going to see the penny ever again. Like the penny's over. Isn't that crazy? It's just an interesting concept. But there was going to be a time where the penny was going to end. It costs too much. It costs like 4 or 5 cents to make a penny now. We lose 3 cents a penny. It's horrible. We can't have it. It's a waste of money. You ever meet a girl named Penny? Is anyone named Penny here on the channel? We have any pennies in the chat right now? Out of 1,000 people, is there anyone named Penny out here? Sam, you're a big G. You could definitely be anonymous. I like it, right? Sir, big one will go upside. Sir, big one will go upside. Sir, who does that? Only like Indian people do that, I found out. I shouldn't say that. That's rude. But like on channel, it's always like packies, and they're always like, "What Bitcoin upside now? No." And you're like, dude, chill. Yo, Penny, meet my girl Nickel. I love Penny. I knew a penny. Well, of course, making money is a waste of money. That's the point of money, right? Rod Stewart's wife is called Penny. Penny Lane. Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. Deep beneath the blue suburban skies, I sit and... I'm going to listen to Penny Lane tonight now. For sure. Only pennies I know are the ones in my pocket. Do I have any pennies? What do I got in my pocket? What's in my pocket? Let's see if you guys can guess what's in my pocket. I've got 3 things in my pocket. 2 in one and 1 in the other. What? If anyone could guess what's in my pocket. I got 3 things. 1 in one pocket, 2 in the other. What do you guys think's in my pocket right now? If anyone could guess what's in my pocket, it would be insane. I don't think anyone could figure it out. Let's see. Guess what's in my pocket. If anyone guesses anything in the pocket, I'm hooking you up. We're going to do some type of cool thing for you. Yeah, 1981 real copper. Yeah. Someone said lint. Keys to the Lambo lighter. No. Knife. Keys. No. A pen. No. A pocket knife. No. A handkerchief. No. Left pocket. No. Lint. A turmeric shot. That's close. Cigar cutter. Could be close. Hey, you guys are getting close. Bracelet. Lambo keys. Chapstick. Pocket knife. No. Cuff link. No. You have 1 Bitcoin. That'd be funny, man. Phone and wallet. Link in the water. Labradorite. Hey, that's a good... I usually do have some Labradorite. You people know me well, man. Chocolate chapstick. This is interesting. Rubber band. A bullet pen. A Sharpie. I'll do the first thing. I don't think anyone ever guessed the first thing. Here's the first thing in my right pocket. All right. What is this? If anyone can guess what this is, that's the question. If you can guess what this is, then you win something. Who can guess what this is? Who can guess what this is? Let's see if someone can guess what this is. We'll see. 10-second delay. So you guys are going to start seeing this and be able to respond about now. Sand wallet. Someone said, man, a zip tie. A light. No. A glow stick. No. A weed whacker. No. That's a good... It looks like one of those. A copper wire. Bra. A gun. Yo, it's a gun flag. Someone got it. It's a gun flag. Someone got it. Someone's right. Yo, it's a gun flag. Yo, it's Half-Life. Yo, it's you, Half-Life. You freaking, I can't believe I saw how I even saw your name and all that. I was like, you're the only dude who knows it's a gun flag, man. Someone called it a gun lockout, I guess, you know. But yeah, it's when they want to make sure that you can show that the chamber is completely clear when you're at a range, you know. So you slide this all the way through. There's one still in my pocket, you know. Just funny, man. He's stealing gun flags now. I knew it. I knew the guy was a cheapo. In my other pocket is a Winchester sticker and a Trezor magnetic holder. Like this will hold your Trezor, and then you can stick this to something, and then your Trezor will like stick to it magnetically. Like, so you can like stick it. I don't know. No one would use that. It's probably hit, you know, but if you wanted to do that. So that's it. I don't think it would have been unlikely people would have guessed that, but wow, that got the chat ripping. You guys got crazy there. I like it. That was interesting. That was fun. I felt like I had fun with y'all. It was like interactive. It was as if we were in the same room together. Wait, are we? You know, soon we're going to do this show in hologram form. You know, the live stream is going to turn into hologram. I'm going to be in your living room. You're going to be able to see my full body. I'm going to walk. I'm going to talk. I'm going to move. And it's going to be far different than this live stream. And I'm going to make sure that we're on the forefront of live streaming. As live streaming gets more and more interesting, I'm going to do everything I can to be on the forefront of that. Honestly, I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. I used to talk about that before on the live. We have interactive teaching sessions where we're in like a room together. And you join the room and it's like we're all in the room together. Like right now I could be live streaming and I could see all of you. How cool would that be? You could all make avatars and I could see you all. And it would be like you're all right in front of me. Be pretty interesting, right? Yeah, I see Bitcoin making a flag here, getting really tight and pumping tonight. Like, you see this? Like, get ready. Like, it's getting tight. And I know it's volatile Sunday night, so it's crazy for me to talk like that usually. But the way I saw the bigger time frames respond and the way that 2-week chart closed, there's a bigger move coming now. You know, we fought the bears off. They tried so hard to break 90,000. And we're now showing that 90,000 is strong. Sure. That's the new game. What's in Sam's pocket, right? We could do VR streams. I'd like to do some VR streams. Yeah. A Bitcoin man thong for the jacuzzi sesh after the show. No. We're all set. That's not that type of show. Yeah. That's your type of show. That's not our type of show. All right. We're not going to do that. That's Zab Life. That's Zab Life. I'm messing with you, man. Let's see if he responds. Sam, I went down the rabbit hole watching your old videos from 2023. Naked Juice hanging out with Rob from Sin City Crypto and Crypto Billy. You're a naturally genuine person, bro, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. Now, we have good times, man. A penny in the pocket. That would have been great if I had a penny after all that. I think that's what started this, though, because I was thinking about pennies. You find something in your pocket. What was in my pocket? Shout out to everyone here. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. Can we ever do that? It seems to be almost impossible on YouTube, on any show, not just mine. 619 ain't bad. We're at almost a 60% ratio. I will take that. Like, dear Lord, thank you so much for the 619 likes. Keep hitting the like button, folks. I would greatly appreciate you doing that. I'm live trading Bitcoin right now in front of you. It's going sideways, but I'm in the trade. I'm also entertaining you. We're having fun, and we're just, we're sharing. It's a Sunday night. It's a Sunday night. I'm giving my all to the show. You're giving your all to the viewership. We're making this amazing. The whole world is watching the stream. And they're seeing that there's 1,000 people watching it right now. The whole world. Google's seeing that. Everyone they're saying there's something about this guy and this frequency that 1,000 people want to watch him on a Sunday night, even though there's Sunday night football, 100 other things going on, kids getting ready for school. All around the world, they're tuning in. What's going on? What is going on? Right? So there's always something brewing here. Sam, real question, when Lambo for the rest of us? I like that question. If you push and you push and you push, hey, how long have you been in crypto? I've been in crypto 10 years. Coming up on 10 years. 9 years now. So I think 9 years is stay in crypto for 9 years and the Lambo is coming. I've been trading for 20 years too, so it took me a long time, man. I wasn't 25 buying supercars, you know what I mean? It didn't happen like that. So it's Monday morning in Thailand, I know, man. People doing it all around the world here. Shout out to everyone. Where are you from in the world? Just shoot out where you're from. Watch this, everyone. Look at all the people. Like, you have family from around the world right now. Join my Discord. You'll have someone you can meet anywhere. Watch this. Where are you from? I'm from Florida. All right, Florida, baby. Where are y'all from in the world? And then we're going to get into the altcoins. All right, we're not done yet. In the subway on my way to work, trading on the phone. I love that. He's watching me while he's trading on the phone in the subway. Kentucky, Columbia, Colorado, Detroit, Oklahoma, Arizona, Iraq, Florida, UAE, Dominican Republic, Toronto, Cecilia, Louisiana, SoCal, Wisconsin, North Korea, Brazil, Washington, Hawaii, Jumper, Moon, Malibu, Melbourne, Nepal, Lebanon, Minnesota, Serbia, Florida, India, Albany, South Carolina, Detroit, Ireland, Iraq, France, Nolans, my man from Nolans, KC, Miami, Philippines, Tennessee, New York, Flint, Michigan, Turbo, San Diego. I like how you put Turbo in there. And look, there's so many people from around the world, man. Unbelievable. Blessed and blessed and blessed. And we give live trades here. We made a live trade here and sold at the beginning of this pump. Watched it dump, come back up, make the flag, got back in the trade. We will see. We give live calls, live trades, live analysis. All for free here every single day. You're going to love this channel. You're going to be like, I didn't even know a channel like this ever existed. I didn't even know people did this. Dallas, baby, Colorado, India, Long Island, St. Augustine, my mom's basement. I love you, bro. Back in El Salvador. My man, Caesar, we love you, bro. It's been a long time. Caesar Cordero, man. OG lifer from day one. Man, I got lifers that have been with me forever. It feels like since the day I started, 2019, 2020. We've been on this channel for 6 years. Unbelievable. 6 years. I love this show. This show is amazing. I would be nowhere else but on this show. Lithuania, 4 a.m. in Lebanon. Unbelievable. Coin market cap. Let's see what's hot right now in the last 24 hours. 00 continues to do damage, up 30% in 7 days. I like this coin. Before everything started, this was the one I was honed in on. ENA up 9%. SPX at 65 cents. Caspa back above 5. Ton with all that big news coming out recently. You'd think it would have a huger move. And Bitcoin Cash up 12% in 7 days. Holding its own. I have a call for Bitcoin Cash in the trading group. And, you know, we might actually get an alt season here. I like BNB right now. I like Solana right now. And Ethereum actually looks pretty good too. So it looks like there's going to be some nice bounce trades here. If Bitcoin bounces first and then the altcoins follow, could give us a nice little rally coming up in the next few weeks. So I'm at Kanan and Mohammed. Wow, you guys are like, could meet up for coffee, for crying out loud. Hartford, Connecticut in the house. Bridgeport, Connecticut. Under my coconut tree in Maui. Unbelievable. What a day. Everyone, with that being said, I'm going to jump on out for the night. I love y'all. I don't see any craziness. I wouldn't go heavy in altcoins tonight. That's not my thing on a Sunday night. If Bitcoin continues to go up, which it looks like it very well may, I would stay inside these Bitcoin longs. A lot of altcoins will follow. So if you like risk and you want to be in something more risky and get a higher payoff, yes, by all means. It's just not my thing, but it doesn't mean it can't be done. I like this flag here on the 15-minute. I'm looking for Bitcoin to get sideways and break out. When we show up tomorrow morning, we should be somewhere back at 94.8, maybe 95,000, but you never know. We'll give you Bookmap one last time before we jump on out of here too as well, so you can see that. Bookmap is suggesting that we could dip a little. There's some red right there at 89, but now they're building 95. And look at this now, where the bot can get out. Liquidity at 101, 102,000. Thank goodness. There's a chance we go all the way back up to 101, 102,000. It could still be a bear market. It could just be a fake bounce. Just be careful. We're going to do this every day. And if it's not a fake bounce, we're going to solidify it. We're going to tell you how. The daily's going to get back above the 200 MA. You're going to see me make confirmations. I have all the prerequisites in place. I have the years and years of the data in my mind. I can take you guys where you need to go. I'm telling you, no one knows where Bitcoin's going. No one knows where exactly, but I'm telling you, I can formulate plans to use the technical analysis to our advantage. And if anyone can do it, I can. I love you all. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'll be back tomorrow for an amazing live stream. Tonight was like better than expected. You guys hit the likes, got us to basically 1,000 people. You made it happen. Again, I couldn't have done it without each and every one of you. Shout out to all my lifers. I love you all. Stay amazing. Stay blessed. Keep pushing. Always believe in yourselves. Never let anyone push you down. Stay around positive people. Stay with the love, baby. I'll see you tomorrow. The secret to success is getting started. You're not going to be great to start, but you got to start to be great, baby. Let's go. I love y'all. I love my life. I love this channel, and I love every single second I get to be here. This is a blessing. You gave me a blessing. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.